Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Can you imagine if you got married? Must be happy around you. But do you know what will happen if you got married at an early age? I just can't imagine that if I had married at my immature age. Of course, now I will have a children and would be able to take part in this competition. There is a lot to be surprised if the marriage is carried out at an early age. But in fact, surprisingly, early marriage get a lot of support from the parent side. It is expected to protect their children from the sin of adultery without considering the impact on their children. So, for this reason, I'm Sekarwindarti Kusnudiharjo, a student of Midwifery Department of Health Polytechnic, Ministry of Health Gorontalo, will discuss the adverse impact of the early marriage. Indonesia is ranking 8th in the world and the second in ASEAN with the highest number of early marriage. Early marriage is a marriage entered into by a couple before they reach the age of the 18 or are still called the teenagers. Early marriage has several adverse impacts such as the psychological impact. Teenagers is a transition period marked an unstable emotion turmoil and is also known as a period of searching for the self-identity. Unstable mental condition in marriage will cause many conflicts to occur and result in divorce if each individual cannot control themselves. So, furthermore, women who are not mentally ready can also experience the baby blues and depression. Next impact of health. Biologically, the reproductive organ of women who marry at an early age are still in the process of becoming mature even though they are psychologically healthy. Pregnancy under the age of the 18 many lack of certain risks such as balding, miscarrying age, and moral pregnancy, which can use that up to 4.5 times the hinders. On the other hand, the baby is likely to born premature with a low birth weight. The risk of giving birth to a disabled child or experiencing stillbirth also increases up to 30 times greater. Moreover, women who marry at the early age will also have a risk of experiencing cancer in the future. The next impact on the child development. Unstable emotion will affect parenting style towards children. In their development, children need a calm, harmonious, and stable family environment so that they may feel safe and development optimality. Mothers who marry at the early age will have a difficulty in bonding with their babies. Limited material knowledge and material malnutrition can also increase the risk of stunting in children. Next impact, education impact. The majority of those who apply from the marriage devastation are those who have a dropout of school. It is this impact that must also be taken into account. When the teenagers went to marry early, the majority of them will begin to experience a decrease in their motivation to study, and this will hinder their education. So of course, the golden future that they should have accepted will be lost in the middle of the road because of early marriage. Marriage that have not yet been prepared may cause teenagers to drop out of school. Next impact, economic impact. In light of socio-economic aspect, couples who marry at an early age are not yet able to build community and economic independence, which may lead to less a service future. Teenagers who should still have education, in fact, actually have to carry out the tasks like those who live in family. To meet the household needs, they must be accustomed to the world of work even though their education is not very high. As a result, they can also have pure occupation. Next impact is impact of community attitudes. Deciding to get married means having to be prepared to experience change regarding social perspective due to the risks and the obligations of a wife or husband and mother or father. The couple clearly have hard duty and responsibility in society. The last impact is legal impact. On the marriage, in Indonesia, marriage regulation status that the minimum age for the marriage is 19 years old. Couples who aged in early marriage can be said to be regulation legal. However, if marriage violates the legal minimum age limit or consider it at the early marriage, then such a marriage is declared to have no legal basis. So, early marriage will only destroy and future and hinder the improvement of quality of human resources. Providing early marriage means providing opportunities from the national future generation to work and pursue their dreams so as to be able to competition with the other countries. So, providing early marriage is not the government responsibility, but our responsibility, all of us. Providing early marriage means providing future mothers who are healthy and mentally ready. At the end in this piece, I challenge you to think that early marriage is not an option even though it is a beautiful thing. So come on, let's stop early marriage and be a creative and productive young generation. I'm Sekar Windarti Kusnodiharjo. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.